Okay. So, Stephen, say hello to all of the leadership of Dubuque. Majority of them know you. So say hello to them.
Good evening, city
Morning.
officials and/or uh, participants and staff members of the Family Youth Program. Everybody who will be joining in on this topic that we're going to speak on and/or discuss currently.
Okay. So, Stephen, how long have you resided in the Dubuque area?
2013, since 2013, so like 7 years, going on 8 years.
Okay. So during that time, I've read the definition to everyone of what inclusion mean by definition. I want you to share with them your experience of did you feel inclusive to the Dubuque community when you first moved there and since you've been here. So do you feel like that you included in the community of Dubuque as like being, I guess, belonging or welcomed?
Um, well, um, the community in which I'm from, I'm included because we all have a commonality. So struggle and poverty make us all inclusive because we all identify with the same strife or struggle. Um, did I feel included in Dubuque since I had first moved here? No, I actually probably secluded myself. Probably didn't even want to be a part of, the outside interactions. Didn't know very much, didn't know very many people, didn't know of any programs or opportunities. Um, wasn't much for me of my liking that I would chose to be engaged with. So probably didn't feel included or inclusive with the community outside of being identified in the area and or neighborhood that things that I see I could relate to.
How do you feel about Dubuque taking a stance on becoming a more inclusive community for everybody?
I would have to see how that looked because I haven't seen such. I haven't seen Dubuque or any city really take a stand on including everybody. I think some some situations, if beneficial and or serves a purpose, those are priority. Give or take, we had the city councilwoman with us, and we were speaking about the homeless. Even during COVID, there is no care for or priority of those people because they serve no beneficiality. That's my belief. There is even no talk about. So how does that shows um, inclusion? The lowest people. Dr. Wee said it right. The the as I can't quote him, but he say the gist of the way of a people are is how they treat the lowest.
Do you think that in most instances, because America has a system of ism, materialism, and so isms is actually a definition with isms, but materialism, that a person that don't have a certain stature in the community don't even exist to certain people. Like if you don't if
Or
you don't fit if you don't fit a mold.
yeah, or if you can't provide some type of um, benefit, if you don't bring forth anything, you're gonna be last to be able to be thought of or included. So yeah, um, The materialism of America and or the United States or the cities within. Everything is to further whatever that agenda might be, good and bad, because it can help and it can hurt, because you just can't give away and not have nothing received in. So a business don't run just by giving out because some people don't have, but a business can run if you give out, because you can encourage people to start pouring in.
So when we think about inclusion, it's basically allowing somebody to fit in, or being open to everybody fitting in.
Well, helping them fit in, giving them a way to fit in. Hey, everybody is different. Everybody offer different things. Some people have nothing to offer. That don't mean that they don't have no substance. So,
so
yeah.
if a person, I mean to cut you off, but if a person ain't got nothing to offer, what do they got to still offer?
If a person have nothing to offer, what do they still have to offer?
Yeah.
So if a person don't have nothing to offer, that could be your generous donation to encourage them to pass it on. So some people don't have nothing to offer right now. And no telling later on down the line how they can help and or encourage someone else, or give them the validity of the resources given to them that are able to make people be progressive.
So basically, in essence, so you're saying like, if a person go with an inclusive type of system that you creating for your community, it can I mean, there are hidden treasures in the community.
It'll be an influence, yeah. It'll be an influential aspect that can come from it, yes.
So you believe that people be hidden treasures, right, amongst people eyes. They don't even know. They can look one way, but yet
everybody have more than one thing to offer. So whether it's in the church saying, they say, you know, your tithes and offering could be your time, volunteer work, or it can be your financial giving. So everything ain't monetary. Everything ain't social status. Everything ain't how you appear. You can have a bum that knows a lot of knowledge about, say, technology, but because he can't dress well and he don't look the part and he don't fit a company memorandum, hygiene policy, or etiquette, that doesn't mean he doesn't have substance to provide and or enhance betterment for things that could possibly be.
Okay. And so I want to tap into the next question would be, do you believe that there's a marginalized community in Dubuque?
Is it? Aren't some jobs given, not hired for? Some jobs don't even reach your employment position. They just appoint someone. Yes, it's a marginalized society in every city.
Interesting. So basically, you just took the word marginalization not to just be limited to where somebody lives or resides. You saying that could affect an individual throughout their whole existence in a community.
Yeah, it gives them it gives and or deprives them of elevation.
And if you could, how do you think that something like that could change without gentrification? So like say for instance,
Break that
gentrification
in
is,
layman's terms.
excuse me.
I say layman's term for me.
So basically, okay, so we'll say if a person begins to say we're gonna, beautify the community, we're gonna like create affordable housing, or we're gonna be able to create mixed income and housing in the community that was only set for it was only set at first, it was just a lot of people that was low income in that section of community. But then you say we want to give everybody an opportunity to inspire each other, right? But it turns out that it don't happen that way a lot of the times. They end up pushing out people from a certain area, so they won't have to have that in that community anymore, and it's replaced with different people. So give you a prime example. So like Chicago, so the projects. So if like the projects, people that lived in the projects in Chicago, they was marginalized, right? They was in the poor community, and they was in their own section. And then when they took those projects down, they started building mixed level income housing throughout the city. But we saw a turn for the worse, because a lot of people got pushed all the way out to the suburbs and out of the city completely. So how do a person eliminate marginalizing a group of people, um, but yet make it become more diverse, inclusive, equitable, and inclusive? How could that be authenticated?
Not sure if I can properly respond on it because I'm not certain about it, but I'll try to speak on it. I think more so you have to be genuine and or empathetic. Um, I think some people need to be able to live in other people's shoes, whether it's a rich person, a poor person, a middle class person, a person who's got 2, 3 majors. I think we spoke with someone who, what the lady had at the Clark University. I think she was going to school for 3 majors or 2 majors. The young lady we were speaking with, something like that. So basically, things that trying, you know what I'm saying, not something that's given or easy. The way in which to be equitable and inclusive is to make positive change and be stern about it. It has to be something that possibly affects you or your family. Is the only way you'll be true and sincere to it. And it would be something on the top of your to-do list, and you will have no choice but to be sincere to it. It would be something that's genuine. It would be something that's effortless. It's going to come out. It's going to be something always on your mind because you want to, people, self-preservation and family is first. So if it's something that positively affects you, it's going to be something that you're more inclined to do or to be resultful of.
So basically, are you saying basically like in reality, whether a person want to accept it or not, like literally, we all are in this together?
We're all in it together when it affects us all. If it doesn't affect us, some of us can speak on it, but we don't have the knowledge or feeling to act on. So we could say something about it. We could possibly put it even in for a vote. But if it's not something that bothers me, a dog park, for instance, some people get all up in arms about it. But I don't have a dog. I don't care for them. Not that I hate them, not that I don't like them. I just don't have one. So something about a dog park probably wouldn't be on my priority list or even in my mindset to even care of, because it's not something that's affecting me, my family, or something that I'm near and dear to. So, and that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? That's an example that unless it's something that's directly effective, some people push it to the wayside. They can speak on it. They probably even have knowledge of it. But does they put their foot forward about it when it's something that needs to be done? Because evidently a dog park is pertinent to others and on a priority list and possibly well needed. But do I care enough to push it to where it is never forgotten about, or whether it's not a low list priority or forgotten or altogether, never done?
Okay. Well, thank you, Stephen, for your insight and sharing with the group today.
Indeed, sir.